You've publicly stated that Iveco doesn't enjoy the share of the local market that its product deserves. Where do you feel the brand belongs?
When I arrived here, in the extra heavy market, we were languishing in, and I'll stand corrected on this, but something like 15th place out of 16 OEMs. Now, if you look at Iveco's extra heavy performance globally, or particularly in Europe, we're number one in a couple of markets, but we tend to be number 3, number 4, number 5, and that's really, with our current range, I think where we deserve to be. Number 15 tells me that, or told me back at the time, that something is wrong. Something is wrong with either the product, with the network, with the people, with something is wrong in the market if you are sitting in 15th place instead of, let's call it, a top 5 place, which is where I think we should we deserve to be with the product range that we have in terms of the market sectors.
Okay. Which are the most popular Iveco models currently being sold in South Africa, and what makes them your top sellers?
In terms of volume, our daily product is far and away the biggest volume seller. It competes in a fairly big market sector in South Africa, just as it does in almost every market in the world. It's a fairly big market sector in most countries. We compete in the sector that we sell daily in against most of the competitors that we have worldwide, namely Mercedes and Volkswagen.
Do you have any trucks that you feel should be doing a lot better than they are doing locally?
I'm a fairly hard taskmaster, and honestly, I'm not happy with the performance of any of our vehicles. But daily can improve, although it's still our volume seller. Daily can improve. Eurocargo is market leader in many markets in Europe, ahead of Mercedes and MAN. But again, over here, last year when I arrived, it was languishing. Now again, we're taking several steps to improve that, our sales penetration. We have, in 2014, we have a new version of the Eurocargo to be launched. And, my hope is that we get to probably the head of the bunch of the European type of product, which Eurocargo is.
What new developments have come about for Iveco South Africa under your leadership to date? What development? Well, new to us in terms of development, there were some core fundamentals which were missing when I arrived, either incorrect or missing. As I mentioned earlier, we didn't have a key fleet strategy, so we didn't have a key fleet responsible in the team. We didn't therefore do all of the things that you need to do to sell to key fleets. We didn't have a demo program. We didn't have we weren't really present at tenders. It's fair to say we weren't even on the radar of most of the what I would call the top 100, the blue chip fleets in South Africa. We weren't really on the radar for most of them. There are a couple of exceptions, but for most of them we certainly weren't on the shopping list. We weren't on their radar at all.